I'm looking through you. Where did you go?
When you're setting up for this pose, we start with the feet parallel in mountain, and you're going to take a big step back with one leg. I'm not putting my heel down, and I'm not rotating the leg. So from the front, it looks like that. It does not look like that. Heel off the floor, leg stays parallel. If it gets wobbly, usually that's because people cross in and get on this balance beam. You should imagine that block goes back 6 feet behind you, however far back you step. And if even that feels wobbly, you can go wider to create more balance, or you can turn and use the wall. If you use the wall, you want to stand really close to the wall so that when you step back, you're not having to reach for the wall. So we take a big step back, and the first thing I do is get the pressure out of that front knee. I press weight down into that front heel. That does not mean bend the knee more. Knee right over the ankle, shin is vertical. I want to press weight down into that heel, and by doing that, I start to wake up the thigh. These are very basic actions in the pose. Pressing down through the heel, feeling the thigh muscles wake up, taking the pressure out of the knee. The back leg, notice I'm not locking my leg back. I'm on the ball of the foot, not way up high on the toes, not an Achilles stretch. I'm up on the ball of the foot. I want to soften the knee. And like we were doing in Dandasana, I want to press the shin into the front of the leg and the thigh bone up into the hamstrings, which wakes up the glutes too. All of this, heel down, shin forward, thigh back and up. And then I want to use the belly to lift the pelvis upright if you're tipped forward. Most of us tend to be tipped forward here. So in that case, you lift up. I'm not tucking under and dropping the back thigh. Lifting up here, still lifting the back thigh, engages the glutes even more. If you're one of those people who is tucked under, ignore that instruction of lifting up, and instead, so if you're here, your work is to lift the back thigh. So we hold the pose. Notice I'm not taking my arms overhead. I'm leaving them either down or here, or if I was standing at a wall, they'd be on the wall for support. This should be easy. From here down should be really active. Squeezing in at the top of the thighs like we did in Dandasana helps draw the thigh bones into the hip sockets, helps support the pelvis more. Now when I have somebody who says, I don't like doing that pose, it hurts my knee, this is where that front heel is really the place to work. But it might be a shorter stance. It might not be that big step back. So somebody whose knee hurts, I make sure they have a wall either beside them or in front. And as they step back, I'll move that so you can see, as they step back, maybe they're only willing to go this far back, they press into that heel, which wakes up those thigh muscles and the calf muscles. It starts to give them space in the joint, less pressure in the joint. Because so many of us, if you have knee pain, you're too far into the toes, just emphasizing those heels will help. If the toes fly up, see if you can relax the back down. As I get that leg woken up by pressing through the heel, I might choose to step further back. And I keep stepping further back, and maybe I go this far, but maybe it's only a little further back. And I keep that heel engaged, and I make sure I'm not locking the back knee. So this can be the pose to work with if you have knee pain. Just make sure you have something for support, a wall beside you, a table, a wall in front of you, something that you can hold on to as you start to get set up. But really, the very basic things to do are to inhale, exhale, take a big step back, find that front heel, unlock the back knee, lift the back thigh. So there's a feeling of up here, and breathe. This is Front Warrior, Eischens version. For those of you who are discovering that you like this work and you'd like to go deeper into Eischens Yoga, find a teacher near you. Go to eischensyoga.com and see if there are any Eischens Yoga teachers in your area. If you find yourself in the Twin Cities, come take my classes and workshops, or contact me for a private individual session. If you really like this stuff, you can become an Eischens Yoga geek. Soon, we're going to have a t-shirt for that.